Rebels taking the ice once again after dark at midnight. This time trying to extend their win streak from 2 games to 3 after sweeping Missouri State on the road last week. Thank you all for joining me once again on the broadcast. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Dominic Dubois. As I mentioned, UNLV trying to get their win streak to 3 games after sweeping Missouri State in Missouri last weekend. And we're going to go ahead and get into the extra pregame stuff in a moment, but we're going to send things outside to Zoe Salas, where it's Greek night, and she's taking a look at the tailgates.
I'm joined here with Riley Box of the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity. Now, Riley, it's Greek night, it's the midnight game. The energy here is crazy. What do you think? How do you feel about all of it?
You know, I think it's a great opportunity to get all the boys together, you know, support UNLV hockey and get some brews in, you know, and go Caleb strong.
I was just about to ask, what's a person on the team that you're looking forward to watch tonight?
My boy Caleb, you know, he's gonna go out there and do his best. And love you, boy.
Thank you so much for that, Riley. Dom, let's get it back to you.
Thank you, Zoe. Now we're going to continue things going here in the Open. We're going to talk about some key players. First up, UNLV, Luke Fundator starting in goal for the Skating Rebels. His first start since February 17th of last year, 2024, in a 6-0 shutout victory over the Oregon Ducks. A 21-save shutout at that for Fundator, the Las Vegas native. Fundator taking the ice for the second time this season for UNLV. He saw action in the opening weekend against that very same team. He recorded his first shutout against Oregon. Now for the key player for San Diego State, we're going to swing things over to the San Diego State bench with AJ Reed.
A player to watch tonight for the San Diego State Aztecs, it's number 2, Luke Desmarais. It's his first game since injury all the way back in November. Speaking of head coach Dean Wilson, he says they're really going to rely him on some critical penalty kill minutes and also on the power play. He's known more of a playmaker and less of a point scorer, but still, he's got to get going early for the Aztecs to have a chance. Now, let's send it over to Kalispero with Matias Del Monte.
I'm here with captain of the Skating Rebels, Matias Del Monte. Matias, last week against Missouri State, 0 for 5 on the power play. What can you guys do to capitalize on the man advantage today?
I think simplify, get pucks and bodies to the nets, make sure we're making crisp plays, and we know we're a good power play. We're going to find it.
And then letting in 3 on the PK, what can you guys do to kind of capitalize or kind of maintain your composure on the penalty kill tonight?
I think do a better job of getting in lanes. We didn't block enough shots last weekend, so that's our focus, and getting in lanes and clearing bodies out in front.
And then your 4th Midnight Madness game, how does it feel playing in this atmosphere with a rowdy crowd?
It's great. It's great. It's always awesome walking in, seeing all the students out there having a good time. It's exciting for us, and it's always fun to play for the kids.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, let's send things over to Dom and AJ for some first period action.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Zoe. And to you, the viewer, staying up late with us. Thank you for tuning in. San Diego State and UNLV, the Skating Rebels, the number 2 ranked team in the country, taking on San Diego State, a relatively new D1 program. On the call is myself, Dominic Dubois, joined by AJ Reed. Now, AJ, as the intro video plays over the big screen here in City National Arena, the last time we were here, UNLV dropped a game against Jamestown in a shootout. Since then, as we mentioned in the Open, they went ahead and took care of business in Missouri, taking down Missouri State and sweeping them.
Yeah, 2 big games against the Missouri State Ice Bears, a team with some championship aspirations. They're a little bit outside the threshold to make the national tournament as of right now, but going into home ice after a crushing loss in overtime and shootout to Jamestown and taking care of business against Missouri State should be enough to boost some morale coming into Midnight Madness tonight.
And UNLV, after being splitting the series with Jamestown and then going in and taking down the number 32 ranked team at the time, Missouri State, as we talked about, they moved up in the rankings. They went to number 2. Minot State leads the country. San Diego State sits pretty far down in the rankings, but just taking a look at this program, they've come a long way, AJ. Since going D1 a couple of seasons ago, they've made a lot of steps, and one of the steps that they made is the backup goaltender tonight, Brody Sho, played for Chinese Taipei in the World Junior Qualifier. So big name on the bench tonight for San Diego State, expecting him to get the start tomorrow night. And speaking of starters here, AJ, we're going to take a look at the starters for UNLV as the Skating Rebels take the ice under the cover of darkness here at City National Arena after dark. Tristan Rand, Caleb Strong, and Justice Stathopoulos, the starters on the forward line. Jackson Wyatt and Dylan Kuntz, Mr. Team USA, returning from Torino, Italy, on the blue line. And Luke Fundator, as we mentioned in the Open, making his first start in net since February 17th of 2024 against Oregon. Looking at San Diego State, Mason Brown on the left wing, Marcus Kim centering that line, Nick Grigoropoulos on the right wing, Cameron Faraz and Lucas Bielig on the blue line, and Liam D starting in net for the Aztecs. Liam D, AJ, has been fronting a pretty big load all season long. Liam D has made over 40 saves in a game 8 times this season, and a stunning 72 saves against Grand Canyon University earlier on this season.
Yeah, 72 saves. That's not what you want to have your goalie go through in any game, but the fact that he was able to make 72 saves, that's a talented goaltender there. And he's already gone over 40 saves multiple times this year. So if his defense can kind of come through and try and prevent some of those shots, then SDSU, they know they have a good guy in between the pipes that can steal them some goals.
And as the opening festivities continue here at City National Arena, we're going to step away. The national anthem, ceremonial puck drop, and more coming up. San Diego State and UNLV after dark right around the bend.
Please welcome UNLV student number 1 band, Matt Larson. Now, fans here to drop tonight's second puck, the president of the Las Vegas Fraternities Association. Please welcome Andrew Lasso. For our national anthem, presented by Christopher Injury Law. Here to perform the Star Spangled Banner, please give a huge welcome to our game day DJ, Max Ray. Check, check. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hid at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over ramparts we watched, would so gallantly stream, and the rockets spread down, the bombs bursting in them, gave proof through the night that our flag is waving. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And there you have it, UNLV 2-0 in the ceremonial puck drops tonight. I believe they haven't lost a ceremonial puck drop all season.
Well,
At
I
home,
think
at
they
least.
lost once in the beginning of the season,
I
but
don't recall that.
it was kind of a funky one, got away from him, a little bit
Yeah.
of a bad bounce. So
It happens.
good
It
to know they
happens.
went 2-0 tonight.
Cleaning up in the face-off dot. As we see, we're going to take a look at the starters one more time before we get things going as UNLV gets huddled up around Luke Fundater. We're going to start from the net out. Luke Fundater surrounded by his teammates, making his first start in just about a year against San Diego State. Jackson Wyatt and Dylan Kuntz on the blue line. Tristan Rand, Caleb Strong, and Justice Athopoulos, the starting forward line for the number 2 ranked Skating Rebels. Looking at San Diego State one last time. Mason Brown on the left wing, Marcus Kim in the center, Nick Grigoropoulos on the right wing. Cameron Faraz and Lucas Beelig on the blue line, and Liam D in between the pipes. San Diego State and UNLV, WCHL action. Puck getting ready to drop at about 12:08 a.m. local time.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to everybody. Marcus Kim digs in against Tristan Rand. And they get set and we're underway here at City National Arena. 8 minutes into January the 24th. Shot goes off the paddle of Fundator. That was Marcus Kim who let that one go. Now coming either way is Justice Stathopoulos on the right wing. Faraz plays that up ice. Play gets broken up, but that was Rand breaking up Mason Brown's attempt. And now Stathopoulos in deep. Rolls off the stick of Tristan Rand. Now there's Luke Desmarais, the impact player for the Aztecs, and here they come the other way. Another shot doesn't make it on net. That was Brendan Grant from the left wing side. Matias Dalmonte, the captain for this Rebels team, skates it out on the tape. Now tape to tape, there's Gallant. Bradley Gallant pulls up, drops it off for Nagra. Nagra shoots one, blocked to the end wall by Liam D. Donning the all-black pads, and now here's Bradley Gallant turning away from pressure down low up top. Met shoots one off the knob of the stick of Liam D. D making a pair of saves early here. Here's Brodziak in Gretzky's office. Centering try. Met shoots off the shoulder. UNLV getting some zone pressure now. Here's Dalmonte at the point to Nagra. Nagra shoots one through traffic. Tipped on loose puck. They score. It looks like Bradley Gallant taking the lid off early here at Midnight Madness. Just under 90 seconds in, UNLV leads 1-0.
Yeah, great sequence on offense there for the Skating Rebels. Thought Heath Mensch might have had one, but almost put a little too much heat on it. And Liam D makes a save, but then Bradley Gallant gets the rebound off the Brodziak tip, and the Rebels go up early in this one.
Bradley Gallant adding to his already stellar season this year. The fifth-year senior decided to come back for one last year after losing in the national championship game against Adrian College. We have a delayed icing, and it's blown dead, and a pretty loud Rebels chant erupted here early. As we mentioned in the open, it is Greek night, so a lot of fraternities and sororities are in attendance from UNLV. Zoe Salas spoke with Riley Boxer of the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity at UNLV. Game is always a big draw. A shot from the point gets directed wide of the net. That was Beelig. Now swung down low, Devaney. Now centering try goes off a stick, and another shot from way outside, blocked out in front. That was Faraz trying to get one on net, and now here comes UNLV. Cole White shoots one off the side of the net. Now here's Beelig, gains the red line and sends it into the zone. Dylan Kuntz, back from the University Winter Games in Torino, Italy, represented Team USA. We're going to take a look at his stats along with Doug Wakelins in a moment here, and that pass just goes over the stick of Parker Williams, and Liam D finds it and holds for a whistle.
Well, it's going to be a tough opening frame, I would say, for San Diego State. They had the travel day, a bit of a six or so hour drive from San Diego, California, and it doesn't help that this game is starting at midnight.
Not at all, no. It doesn't help one bit. Getting the bus legs out from under them, and Jackson Wyatt has that puck poked away. That was Colby Hennessy with the pressure at the point. Now the Rebels will start it out. That was Sean Karaman. Couldn't skate through Nick Grigoropoulos. Karaman now in deep. From below the goal line, he gets pickpocketed, and now San Diego State trying to get it started out. And they do. There's Grigoropoulos shooting one off the chest of Fundator. Loose puck picked up by Dalmonte. This pass gets chipped away and spun into the zone, and bumped hard was Mason Brown for his effort. San Diego State running a pretty aggressive forecheck early on in this one in the opening few minutes of this period. Loose puck out in front, put on net, they score! Nick Grigoropoulos ties the game up at 1. Burying the loose puck out in front of Luke Fundator.
Well, I was going to say the San Diego State offense already looks like they're controlling it a little bit better since the UNLV goal, and they got to take advantage of the UNLV mistakes clearing it out, and they clearly did there. Good things happen when you get it on net, and they got it on net and found the back of the net to tie this one up early.
Now we have a brand new hockey game. San Diego State tying it up at 1. Bradley Galan opened the scoring in the first 90 seconds. Then about 2.5, 3 minutes later, Nick Grigoropoulos responds with a goal himself. So we have an icing UNLV defensive zone draw, and the San Diego State bench comes to life. It's about the loudest I've heard a visiting bench here in a while, AJ, besides Jamestown. San Diego State was really feeling that one.
Yeah, and they got to get into it with this raucous UNLV crowd. With all the Rebel chants, hush them up real quickly. Of course, as I say that, they get back into it.
UNLV continuing to try and get a clean zone entry. They can't there as D finds that on the blade of his stick. They'll hold for a whistle. So some fresh lines coming on for the Skating Rebels. It's going to be Jackson Wyatt and Dylan Kuntz, Cole Wyatt, Jackson's brother, Dylan Jensen, and Oliver Band. And out there for San Diego State, Sean Devaney, joined by Faraz, tied up in front. Band tries to center it, loose puck. Jensen tries to center it, he does, and they score. Cole Wyatt puts UNLV back out front.
What an effort there, Jensen and Cole Wyatt. That's got to feel good for him. He's been having a little bit of a slower season than we're used to from him, and to get one there has got to feel good for him.
And Wyatt pulled the figurative monkey off his back as he was going for the flyby to the bench. Cole Wyatt, as he said, had been having a bit of a slower season so far this year, but still leading the team in a different way. He has the A on his chest. And as you saw him pull that monkey off of his back, he's feeling good about finding the back of the net there. So now that same line out there, there's Dylan Jensen cutting to the open ice. Jensen looking, reverses ice for Wyatt. Cole Wyatt looks, drops it off for Kuntz from the outside of the circle. Kuntz centering try, doesn't make it on the stick of a Rebel player. Picked up by Cole Wyatt below the goal line. Wyatt wraps it around, pad save by D, picked up by Desmarais. Now Desmarais gains the zone. And a whistle for offsides. So 3 goals a pop in the opening 4.5 minutes of this first period. And it's a late start time. We're looking at about 12:16 a.m. local, but these teams don't look too tired.
No, they don't at all. Really buzzing out there, flying down the ice on both sides, making plays happen, getting the puck in the net. Already 3 goals in 5 minutes is kind of crazy.
I believe it might be the most that we've seen in some time here at City National Arena. San Diego State can't really get much traction through the neutral zone. And now here's Dalmonte. Swung D to D for Nagra. Now Nagra to Stathopoulos. Stathopoulos puts it around Faraz. He plays it off the wall for Kim. Kim sends it rink wide. No one home there. Now here's Rand with the loose puck. Rand dips the shoulder, drives, centering try. Rolls off the heel of the stick of Stathopoulos. Now Rand from below the goal line. Up top and a shot there from Bo Kennedy, and he loses an edge and goes careening into the corner. Carollo picks up a loose puck and retreats. Bo Kennedy wearing number 27 tonight rather than his usual number 20. Delayed penalty upcoming on the Aztecs. A big collision there. Rand comes together with a pair of Aztecs players, and we got a stoppage of play. The whistle is blown dead. Hooking is going to be the call, and it looks like it's going to be on Marcus Kim, the captain of this Aztecs team.
So we'll get a first look at this UNLV power play that's been pretty good. They play with a lot of pace and able to really cycle it well and get good looks. But taking a look at the San Diego State penalty kill, it has really not been good. They're hitting at 66%. And really an area they'd like to improve and do their goalie, Liam D, a little bit of a favor here.
As Kyle Sparrow mentioned in the open, UNLV went 0 for 5 on the power play last weekend against Missouri State. They look to change that here on this man advantage, the first man advantage of the game for either team. Here's Gallant shooting one off the shoulder, loose puck for Wyatt. He jams it on net, and Liam D finds it and holds for a whistle. So some early buzzing from the two goal scorers, Bradley Gallant and Cole Wyatt on this power play. So already about 4 seconds gone, if you want to believe that was 4 seconds, AJ, on the power play.
Probably felt like a lifetime for Liam D back there.
Yeah, loose puck out in front of him. He's looking for it. Everyone in front of him scrambling to try and find it. We got a bit of a hold up here, so I believe it was longer than 4 seconds.
I was going to say.
Official talking to the scorer's table, trying to adjust the time.
Well, taking a look at the top power play scorers for UNLV. Tristan Rand leads the team, tied with Bradley Gallant with 4 goals each. And then Heath Mensch coming in behind with 3. Gallant obviously out there right now, but we'll keep an eye out for Tristan Rand and Heath Mensch if they come in at all and cycle in.
Especially Tristan Rand, he's the guy to really look out for. Rand is big on shooting the puck. He shoots the puck very quick on the trigger. So we're still trying to get the penalty timing figured out, I guess. There's 13 minutes and 50 seconds posted.
Well, when you're finding the twine like Tristan Rand has this season, it really just encourages you to shoot whenever you can, whenever and however many times you can, just because it feels like no matter what you're shooting at the goalie, it's going to find a way to trickle in.
And Wayne Gretzky was right. You do miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so trying to get the penalty time figured out, and now looks like we got it. Marcus Kim has now posted twice on the scoreboard, and then now it's wiped. So it looks like we're close. So now he's posted 1:46 remains on the power play for UNLV. 13:50 remains in the first period, and we're ready to get back going in the opening frame. Brodziak digs in against Demarais, and Brodziak wins that draw clean. Demarais returning to the lineup. Relied on the penalty kill and defensive zone draws being utilized there. Demarais returning to the lineup the first time since November 2nd of 2024. He's out there on the penalty kill. Here's Del Monte. Down low, Brodziak tries to find Gallant, doesn't. Del Monte settles it down on his feet. Niagara up top. Pass gets tipped up in the air by Demarais. And he sweeps it over to the half wall. Now here's Cole Wyatt. Moving on in. Wyatt looking from below the goal line now. He and Brodziak rotate. Gallant from the dot. Up top, Del Monte with a drive into the glove of Liam D, and he'll hold for a whistle. 1:05 to go on the power play.
Really good cycling there from UNLV, but Luke Demarais, he's someone that SDSU is going to look to really play a lot of minutes on the penalty kill and really find a way on special teams to protect their goalie. It's a huge get for them to get back on in this lineup just because of their penalty kill woes so far this season.
There's Heath Mensch out there. You mentioned him and Tristan Rand. Mensch centers one. They score. Caleb Strong on the power play. 3-1 Rebels.
Well, just like that, they've seen another goal already at City National. 4 in 8 minutes, and they break out of their power play slump. They were 0 for 5 last weekend versus Missouri State. How about 1 for 1 to start this weekend?
Once again, that was Caleb Strong finding a twine on the power play. Off of a rink-wide feed, a bit of a laser to the tape of the junior forward out of Minnesota. UNLV coming to this matchup, 24.1% on the power play. That power play figure is going to jump up a bit if they keep executing on special teams like they have been, and a bit of a knuckle puck finds its way into the glove of Liam D. That was Cole Wyatt looking for a second on the one-time.
And Caleb Strong back in the score sheet. Feels like he's been non-stop scoring ever since we said he was only scoring in garbage time.
Goal scorer, yeah.
And now he's got 2 goals that aren't in garbage time. Trying to break the narrative.
Caleb Strong took that personally.
Even though he agreed with us when we brought it up.
He did agree, but Dylan Ford shoots one from the outside, and Liam D finds it and holds for another whistle. That trapper that Liam D's got has been getting a workout here early. UNLV trying to go glove side on the netminder for the Aztecs.
Yeah, the catch is getting a lot of work in for Liam D, but he's the one you want back there for San Diego State.
Liam D been fronting the load a whole bunch this season, as we mentioned in the open. He's made 40-plus saves in a game 8 times this season. And the goaltenders really for San Diego State, AJ, have been making save after save after save 14 times this season. Their goaltenders have made 40-plus saves. That's combined by their whole goaltending company. Here's Evan West out front shooting one. Save made D, loose puck. Diving for it was D. Loose puck picked up by Wyatt in the slot now. That was Evan West trying to bury the loose puck out in front. Parker Williams whacks one. It gets blocked in front and picked up by B-League, who turns and rips it around the wall. Being canceled out was Marcus Kim in the neutral zone. Now Jackson Wyatt touches it to himself. Wyatt skating through the defense. Wyatt now trying to get away from pressure. Karaman picks up a loose puck and gets poked away. Brandon Grant breaking up that play. Delayed penalty coming up on the Aztecs. Luke Fundater skates to the bench. Extra attacker is on for the Rebels. That's Caleb Strong. Now Mensch skates through pressure in a puck race. He picks that puck up in the corner. He gets cross-checked to the ice. And holding is going to be the call. No additional call on the cross-check. That was Connor Hennigan sending Heath Mensch to the ice emphatically in the corner. So UNLV has a chance to go 2 for 2 on the power play. It's going to be Cameron Faraz going for a hold.
Well, you want to talk about their goalies all having 40-plus saves in all these games, and it's because their team in front of them is not doing them any favors, letting up all these shots. And going back on the power play for UNLV, they're bound to get a lot of shots on this weak San Diego State penalty kill unit.
Damonte's shot is blocked out in front through just about 10 minutes of this period. UNLV is already at 50 shots on goal. Nagra shoots one and airmails it over the crossbar. Now Damonte, his pass gets tipped out of the zone by Demaray. Nagra has to recoil at his own blue line, and he'll look on the tape for Wyatt at the blue line. Fed to Brodziak, moving in, centering try. Couldn't get it to Galan. It gets cleared out of the zone by Demaray. Fresh PK unit coming on for the Aztecs. Just over 40 seconds gone on the minor penalty to Faraz. Now Nagra touches it on with one hand. Mensch drops it off for Strong. Caleb Strong, the last goal scorer with speed. Rand shoots one into the chest of D. No hold for a whistle, and there's that quick release of Tristan Rand off the rush, put on display there.
Yeah, it's letting it fly. And he's still the leading power play scorer. Him and Bradley Galan each at 4, and we'll see if Tristan Rand can break that tie at the top there.
And make it 5.
Make it 5.
Rand took a spill after that face-off. Just over a minute gone. That was, once again, Cameron Faraz for a hold on SDSU. UNLV looking for their second power play goal on as many attempts. Caleb Strong's out there. He scored the power play marker last time out. Here's Heath Mensch to Rand. Rand tries to touch it on. Loose puck. Sthopoulos puts it off the pad of D. Now here's Mensch with about 30 seconds to go on the power play. Wyatt to Rand. Shooting when he scores. And Tristan Rand takes the lead in power play goals on the Skating Rebels, and UNLV goes 2 for 2 on the man advantage, 4 to 1.
Well, of course it was going to be Tristan Rand on the power play. He just missed. I mean, he was letting it fly earlier, and then beautiful passing from the power play unit there from the Skating Rebels. Tristan Rand, and a beautiful goal, hitting the top cheddar, if you will. A little cheese action for the UNLV leading scorer in goals.
And it looks like the teams are skating to their bench, so we're going to get our first timeout of the night. So we're going to quickly, as we promised, take a look at the UNLV Skating Rebels players that went on to represent Team USA in Torino, Italy. Dylan Kuntz played 7 games for Team USA, didn't register a point. Doug Wakeland saw action for 1 game, gave up 4 goals on 15 shots, 733 save percentage. And both players played yesterday, AJ. They played Ukraine and lost 5-3 in the bronze medal game. And the fact that Kuntz is playing and Doug Wakeland is dressed as the backup goaltender, and they just played a game yesterday, and they just also got off of an international flight from Italy. I can only imagine how they're feeling right now for a midnight puck drop, no less, with jet lag included. They've been in Italy for quite some time. They left prior to the Jamestown series, right around the new year. So both of those guys, they said it was a cool experience. Dylan Kuntz's father, Scott, putting a lot of clips on Twitter of his son in Italy. Marty Wakeland, Doug Wakeland's father, was in Italy as well. And he was still taking the time to watch our games against Jamestown. So shout out to Marty Wakeland, shout out to Scott Kuntz, shout out to both Dylan Kuntz, Doug Wakeland, and their families. We hope they enjoyed their time in Italy and watching their kids and relatives play and represent the United States of America in the World University Games. So UNLV leading 4-1. Tristan Rand, the latest goal scorer, his 5th power play marker on the season. And now here's Jensen cutting to the middle. Cuts back outside, centering try, band on the backhand, shooting one, paddle, saved by Liam D. There's a lot of daylight there. Forward shoots one, misses it wide. Liam D giving a few shots to Oliver Band, and D goes up high on Band. Band took a few punches from the trapper of the Aztecs netminder. Band parked right back out front. Now here's Carollo from the half wall, move it in, puts a move on down low. Carollo from the below the goal line, looking. Drops it off for Wyatt. Cole Wyatt from the dot, centering try for Jensen, and it hops off of his stick. And it gets cleared out of the zone. Dylan Ford corrals at center. Wyatt whacks it into the zone under 8 minutes to go. In his own end, that's Jake Abiginar. Now here's Karaman. Karaman driving the net. He gets tripped up, and Evan West misses a wide open net. Dylan Kuntz puts one on, tipped wide of the net. Parker Williams below the goal line. Centering try, no one home. Jackson Wyatt corrals in the neutral zone. Evan West nearly making this game 5-1. Here's Jackson Wyatt driving the net. It gets poked off of his stick. Now Wyatt looking to Kuntz. Kuntz shoots one, blocked out in front, and played off the wall and out. Jackson Wyatt corrals. Now Williams gets canceled out at the red line, and San Diego State finally chips it into the zone. Damonte gets taken down. And now here's Bradley Gallant. Gallant from the right wing, drops it off. Met shoots one, he scores.
What a snipe from Heath Mensch, the Las Vegas native, getting on the board. That's 5 goals now, and I believe 5 different goal scorers for UNLV in the opening frame. And great pass from Bradley Gallant to set him up. making up for the Evan West wide open goal that he missed. UNLV still capitalizes on the possession, making it 5-1.
And that is the 5th different goal scorer for UNLV. And San Diego State takes their timeout. So with 6:47 to go in the first period, giving you a scoring breakdown. Bradley Gallant from Devin Agra, Matias Del Monte to open the scoring. Nick Grigoropoulos tied the game up at 1 just under 2 minutes later at the 3:22 mark of the first period from Mason Brown and Zach Struzis. Then Cole Wyatt gave UNLV the lead right back from Dylan Jensen and Oliver Band. Caleb Strong followed that up on the power play of their first attempt. Heath Mensch and Tristan Rand the assist. Tristan Rand finds the back of the net 3 minutes later from Caleb Strong and Jackson White. And then Heath Mensch, the last goal scorer from Bradley Gallant. And Bo Kennedy, our half Freakside reporter, half player. Now here's Gallant moving in. Centering try for Mensch, and he couldn't get there. Liam D sprawling out to try and make the save. Mensch couldn't get that on net. Now Nagra. Del Monte shooting one into the trapper of D, and he'll hold for a whistle.
Well, it certainly feels like Heath Mensch and Bradley Gallant, they're all over on the offensive zone, each with 2 points, one assist and 1 goal for both of them. And they almost had another one there. Gallant feeding Mensch again in front of the goal, just couldn't capitalize. But those two are really buzzing on offense right now.
And I mean, looking at it too, there's multiple players with 2 points already, and Rand shoots off the pad of D. Bradley Gallant has 2 points tonight. Caleb Strong, 2 points. Heath Mensch, 2 points. So Rand, Strong, Gallant, and Mensch all with a pair of points in the opening 14 minutes of this Midnight Madness game. 5 different goal scorers for the Rebels. Already at 20 shots on goal, so Liam D is already halfway to making 40 plus, or facing 40 plus shots, I should say. Just about 14 minutes into action. That'd be the 9th time this season, at the very least, he's faced 40 plus shots in a game. Fresh legs coming on for San Diego State. There's Tristan Rand, drops it off for Stavopoulos on the right wing. Back down low at the goal line for Rand. Rand picks it up below the goal line once again in the corner. He'll skate that one out. Rand looking. Now Wyatt back up top. Rand could pick it up on the backhand, and now here comes San Diego State the other way. That's Mason Brown on the left wing. Brown centering try. Doesn't get to the stick of Grigoropoulos. Looking for his second of the night. Now it's played high off the glass. Settled down by B-League in the neutral zone and sent in. Now here's Dylan Koontz. Pass is picked off. Centering try. Demaray sails it over the net. Try to go top corner on Fundator. And that centering pass intended for Cathell. Doesn't make it on target. Now here's Demaray with it again. Demaray moving in, shooting one, save made Fundator, and he sprawls out Hungry Hippo style to find that puck and hold it for a whistle.
Well, yeah, this is what SDSU needs to do. Their offense really hasn't had any opportunities since UNLV got going. They need to take advantage of the turnovers, and they had a good chance there with the turnover in the opposing zone, but Demaray just sailed the shot.
And it's no coincidence that Luke Demaray line is producing dividends for San Diego State. I mean, he has 4 goals on the season, 5 assists in 14 games. So a pretty solid stat line, but he does a lot of the intangibles. Winning faceoffs, tied up faceoffs, getting takeaways in the neutral zone. And that generates chances that you saw there. Nagra pinches at the half wall to keep his own. Skates through pressure. It's chopped away by Bielig. Now Nagra tied up by Grant, sent back down low for Wyatt. Wyatt's canceled out by Demaray. Whacked around the wall. Stopped up by Nagra. At the goal line, Wyatt. Canceled out by Bielik. Now Oliver Band in the corner. Now Del Monte down low. Centering try. Jensen can get that one on net. Jensen with another chance. Misses the net wide. Now Wyatt gets tripped up. No penalty call. And here comes Cameron Faraz the other way on the left wing. He cuts inside under pressure. Dropped off. Shot. Misses the net wide. That was Ben Hollingsworth. And UNLV is going to be going to the box. It's going to be a hook. Waiting to see the number here. Who's going? Matias Del Monte for a hook.
That's both teams' captains now taking a penalty.
It is Del Monte for a hook. Marcus Kim went earlier. So we get our first look at the San Diego State power play, clicking at 20.3% on the year, 16 for 79. Shot goes off of the pad of Fundator. That's Brodziak hitting Gallant. Gallant with speed on the right wing. Pulls up at the half wall. Go for a skate. Tipped on. Rebound try. Big save by D, and he finds and holds for a whistle. That was Preston Brodziak doing it himself in front of the net, and Liam D. An effort move there. Lurching across the goalie crease to make that save.
Well, now is as good a time as any to point out the leading shorthanded goal getters for the State Rebels. Joey Carollo, Bradley Gallant tied at 2 apiece, and Hayden Siegel, who I believe is scratched today, with 1 goal. But Gallant had a chance to break the tiebreaker there from Carollo. Liam D making some good saves.
We talked a lot about Joey Carollo's shorthanded goal on a 5-minute major penalty kill against Colorado earlier this year.
5-on-3 penalty kill.
Indeed, it was a 5-on-3 penalty kill, 5-minute major. So we have another discussion. Looks like we're waiting to see Del Monte's penalty posted, and there it is. Scoreboard having a bit of problems tonight, seems like. It's a little groggy, if you will.
Midnight for them, too.
We're finally back underway. Just over 30 seconds gone already on the Del Monte penalty for a hook. It's whacked in by Faraz. Played up top off the stick of Demaray. And Stathopoulos plays it up north. Justin Stathopoulos with speed, driving on in, shoots off the glove of Liam D. What a stop. And Stathopoulos still searching for his first goal of the year in ACHA play.
We'll see if he has one in him. He's been so close so many times tonight, and especially against Jamestown. Still searching to find the back of the net, though, and break that goose egg.
That was about maybe his best chance that he's had in some time. To break through and find the back of the net. Now Faraz has a roll off his stick. Here's Demaray. Play back to the point for Faraz. D to D for B-League. B-League looks. Return pass off the wall for Faraz. Now pitch and catch B-League. He tries to snap one rink wide, and it gets taken away by Tristan Rand, who chips it to himself to the open ice. Rand shoots one, sticked away by D. Now B-League with it. Under pressure from Rand. He's tied up at the red line. And B-League turns it over. Final seconds tick off, and UNLV back to full strength. And the puck goes out of play. A minute 22 remain in the first period. Face off just outside the UNLV zone. Possession won by UNLV. That was Parker Williams digging in against Ben Hollingsworth. Now Karaman takes a bump. Parker Williams now driving the net. Gets canceled out by Hollingsworth. Williams still fighting for it with Evan West. And a minute to go in the first period. Niagara gives chase to a bouncing puck. He takes a bump. It's Colby Hennessy. Now here comes Evan West. West turns the puck over at center. Brandon Grant. Offsides.
Well, what's the message? 5-1 for San Diego State. What's their message in the locker room, you think?
Cleaner breakouts.
Yeah.
Cleaner breakouts. And really control the neutral zone more, because when they did control neutral ice, they did look really good, did generate a lot of scoring chances and a lot of clean zone entries for the Aztecs. And maybe block some shots as well, because UNLV is plays blown off sides. UNLV is going to be shooting the puck a lot tonight.
Liam D already seen 24 shots in just the first period.
19 saves, already just about halfway to making it 9 times this season where he saved 40 or more shots.
Can almost guarantee we'll see that happen.
On pace for about 60 saves as of right now. Brodziak turns one on, tipped off of his defender and into the mask of D, and he finds it for a whistle. Then went off the skate of Nolan Conrad and kicked right up into the mask.
Almost a little bit of friendly fire.
Yeah, that would have definitely woken you up a little bit.
That doesn't send the message to get in front of the net, start blocking some shots.
It's the hockey gods telling you what's going on. And another shot, they score. Preston Brodziak off the draw. With 6.9 to go. UNLV leads 6-1.
Well, already on the board with a touchdown, and that is their 6th goal scorer of the night. UNLV really sharing the sugar, if you will. But that Brodziak and Gallant line has really been producing. Heath Mensch as well, really been producing for UNLV so far in this opening frame.
That puck goes out of the zone into the neutral zone. Horn sounds on the first 20. 6-1 Rebels.
UNLV with a commanding lead going into the second period. 25 shots on goal to San Diego State's 6. Nick Gregoropoulos did tie the game up at one point for San Diego State, but that feels like a lifetime ago at this point. But we still got 2 more periods of action.
We do. But before we get to those, we got to take a quick break. We're going to sort things out. A lot of the teams got to rest and allow for a fresh sheet of ice to be laid down. But if you want to take a quick power nap, if you want to get an energy drink, a cup of coffee, whatever you need to do, go do it and take a break. We'll be right back around the bend. SDSU and UNLV coming right up.
6-1 after 1 period of play. UNLV lighting up the midnight night sky with 6 goals coming from all different goal scorers. UNLV, keys to the game going into the second period. Keep up with your speed. San Diego State does not have an answer for your speed. And for San Diego State, it's going to be try and get more pucks to the nets as well as clean your breakouts out, as that's where most of the turnovers are coming in for San Diego State. Now we'll send it over to sideline reporter Zoe Salas.
I'm here with Tristan right now. Tristan, it's Greek night. There's so many people out there. The energy's crazy. How do you feel? How do you think it's impacting the game?
We've definitely had a great atmosphere tonight. Everyone's just playing hard and getting as many shots on net as we can.
You had that 4th goal of the game. Talk me through that goal. How'd it go?
I just got a good pass from Heater down low on the power play and was able to catch the goalie off guard.
How do you hope to go into the next period and the rest of this game?
I think we just got to keep playing our system, playing good D zone, and keep getting as many shots as we can.
Thank you so much, Tristan.
Shout out Jaden Ness.
Dom and AJ, back to you.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Kyle. And thank you to the viewer if you've stuck around this long. We're about maybe a few minutes past 1 a.m. local time. And take a look at the stats through 20 minutes. UNLV leading in basically every single department. Shots 25-6. UNLV 6-1. 2 for 2 on the power play. Some keys here. Keep up the speed for the Rebels. And San Diego State just clean it up and really just kind of clog up the neutral zone a little bit more.
Yeah, got to be better in the neutral zone if you're San Diego State. And you got to take advantage of when UNLV breaks out and they turn it over on the breakout. They need to take advantage and get shots on goal. That's when they were able to tie it up in the first period with Nicholas Grigopoulos in that first period. But 6 different goal scorers for the Skating Rebels. Bradley Gallant, Cole Wyatt, Caleb Strong, Tristan Rand, and Heath Mensch twice, so not 6 different goal scorers, 5 different. I thought Preston Brodziak had that one at the end of the first period, but the scorers table is saying that it is Heath Mensch. So only 5 different goal scorers, but still 6 goals. We got the touchdown on the board. We'll see if they convert the extra point. But we got a whole another 2 periods of hockey ahead of us, Dom.
Plenty of time for either team to get more on the scoreboard. Justice Lopoulos skated by our broadcast booth, AJ, kind of looked at us and shook his head. He's acknowledging that scoring chance that he had in the first period. And there he is with the puck on the right wing. Still looking for his first goal of the year. Centering try, he whiffs on the puck. No, Justice Lopoulos still looking for his first of the year. Nearly getting one there on a yawning cage. It just rolls off the blade of his stick, it looks like. Liam D couldn't lurch over to the far side post. And got lucky.
Unbelievable couple chances for Stathopoulos so far.
And he shoots another one to the high glass. Stathopoulos really, really wants that goal as he gets changed up. He owns the first 2 shot attempts of the period for either team. As Devin Nagar is back in his own end with the puck.
He's fiending for it.
Now here's Dylan Coots for Nagra. Nagra now gonna get it to Gallant. And it gets whipped right back into the zone by Grigoropoulos, the lone goal scorer for the Aztecs. So far tonight, there's Bradley Gallant, the first goal scorer for UNLV, who sent that one in. Knifed at by Brodziak. Gallant has it in the slot, plays it up top. Dalmonte shoots one, directed aside. Gallant hops on the loose puck of the half wall. Back up top, Dalmonte, who pivots. Swung to Gallant from the slot, centering try to the back door. Couldn't get it to Brodziak, who whacks it up to Dalmonte at the point. Dalmonte swings it for Mensch at the blue line. Shooting one, tipped on net, just wide of the post. That was Preston Brodziak, who got a stick on that puck out in front. And now San Diego State with possession. That's Marcus Kim. Hounded by Cole Wyatt. He turns back into his own end. Cole Wyatt still on the forecheck. Now here's Bielik. Played back around. Now sent back around the wall for Bielik. Bielik sends that one turned over. Band centering try for Wyatt, and they score. Cole Wyatt is second of the game. The extra point is good, 7-1.
The extra point is good, and what a good feeling for Cole Wyatt that must be coming into the game with just 2 goals scored on the season. already doubling his season total at 4. And, I was going to say that line of Gallant and Mensch and Brodziak has been the most productive, but that second line of Cole Wyatt, Jensen, and Band has definitely been the second most productive line on 5-on-5. And capitalizing again to make it 7-1.
Cole Wyatt from Oliver Band and Dylan Jensen. That line stays out there. As he said, AJ, 2 goals on the night for Cole Wyatt. Lifts his goal total on the year to 4. And there he is again with it on the tape for Dylan Jensen on the left wing. Jensen moves in, chases that puck into the corner. Now Dylan Ford out of the reach of Band. Now Jensen swings it way down on the ice. Couldn't get it to Cole Wyatt. No ice. And now Carollo off the wall for West. Couldn't get to the freshman. And Karaman can't get the takeaway. Karaman chasing a loose puck. He ties up Hollingsworth on the wall, and Evan West gets sent to the ice emphatically. Looked like it was by Connor Hennigan. Dylan Kuntz can't knife that one down. He wins the icing race against Colby Hennessy. So the face-off is going to come back into the Aztecs zone. 3.5 minutes gone in the second period. Cole Wyatt opens the scoring in the middle frame for his second goal of the game.
And San Diego State has still yet to register a shot on goal this period. It's been all UNLV and have not really controlled the neutral zone like you wanted them to.
No, that was, like I said, at the end of the first period. That's something that generated them scoring chances. Especially that line with Luke Desmarais. But UNLV is a hard team to stop. We've talked to a lot of coaches this year, AJ, and they're a speed-based team. They play fast and loose through the neutral zone. As Evan West centers one for Karaman, and it couldn't get to the blade of his stick. And it gets sent down the length of the ice. Arm raised on Luke Fundater. Bo Kennedy tags up for the icing.
And, they play with a lot of pace, but they also have a lot of depth on that team. You talk about all the leading scorers like Tristan Rand and Gallant, but, they have so many players in double-digit scoring. And we've already seen it tonight, 5 different goal scorers for the Skating Rebels. So even if you're shutting down the top guys, which San Diego State's not, but the other guys are still getting involved in getting on the board.
And the guy's still trying to get involved is Justice Stathopoulos out on the ice once again. Centering try, Stathopoulos puts it on. Pad save by Liam D. Now here's Caleb Strong. Stathopoulos on the drive. Another save. Oh, they score. Justice Stathopoulos is first of the season. The puck hit the back padding of the net, and it sounded like it went off the post. And Stathopoulos is all smiles, and everyone's giving him some shoves, and Tristan Rand some pats on the chest, and there it is. There's the celebration. And you can imagine he feels pretty nice about that one. And he does, in fact, have one in him tonight.
Well, 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Justin Stathopoulos finds the back of the net in the ACHA.
Stathopoulos is first of the year. And a centering try, and they score again. Heath Mensch. Heath Mensch, hat trick goal. 9-1.
Got no words for that one, really. Off the face-off. Fire in is that top line that's really been producing for the Skating Rebels all night, finding another goal in them.
And We're going to see Nick Heinzel come in for Liam D. Liam D giving up 9 goals on 30 shots. So UNLV chases the starting goaltender D. Gives a fist bump to Brody Zhao. And we're back on our way. So Nick Heinzel, the new goaltender for the Aztecs. Number 34 in white tonight this season. He's played 4 games. 1-2 record, 860 save percentage, 6.79 goals against. As that puck's directed on, and Heinzel couldn't find that in his pads for a brief moment. It's chipped off the wall down the length of the ice for another icing.
Well, one thing I'm always curious about with the backup goalie going in hockey is how warm they're going to be coming in. Because, you know, you don't really get a chance to see that many shots on the bench. Like, my point of reference is lacrosse. You know, you can always kind of warm up the backup goalie in lacrosse on the field, but it's kind of hard to replicate that in hockey. So we're curious to see how warm he's going to be coming out tonight.
Yeah, and when you think about it, too, it's about, looking at the time, it's 1:12 in the morning. Warm-ups started at 11:30 p.m. and they ended at 11:45, just about. So Heinzel hasn't seen an actual shot in about an hour and 45 minutes.
So he's probably going to be cold on those numbers, but, you know, maybe he can find a way to keep himself warm and focused on the bench there. But
and it's not like baseball either, where if you're on deck in the on-deck circle, you can't kind of time the pitch or time the shot and kind of mimic your swing, check your swing, whatever you want to do. You have to come in and basically no warm-up, no nothing, just face actual shots. Puck's worked up high, a shot tipped on net, save made Fundator. That's Faraz. Loses the handle, the puck picked up by Dylan Jensen. Now Jensen on the left wing, he looks, sweeps it to the net, steered away by Heinzel. Gloved down by Nagra, Faraz sends it back in. And now here's Parker Williams, 2-on-1. West shoots, save made, Heinzel. Now West taking it himself, loses the puck. Karaman's there for support. Now Sean Karaman at the point. Swings it off the wall and no one home. Running into the linesman there, Brandon Grant. Now here come the Rebels the other way. There's Karaman shooting one off the knob of the stick of Heinzel. Evan West hops on that loose puck. Now West looking, spins it down low. Karaman's there to pick that up. He gets spun to the ice. And Parker Williams down low now. Williams from below the goal line looking. Looks off Devin Nagra, who's looking for a one-timer. Into the slot. Here's Rand. He shoots one. Blocker save made by Heinzel. And now Rand taking it for a skate. Dips a shoulder. Backhand try. Steered aside by Heinzel. And now here's Williams around the loose stick, shooting one off the high glass. UNLV with a bit of zone pressure now. Here's Carollo from the point, moving on into the slot. He gets the puck knocked off of his stick by Brandon Grant. UNLV has San Diego State hemmed in. Up top, here's Carollo. He pumps, drops it off strong from the slot, moving in. Deke couldn't get it on net. And now Rand loses a stick. Couldn't soccer it along, and in on the forecheck is Strong, and he gets the takeaway. UNLV just absolutely relentless right now. Demaray whacks it off the glass, and it gets out of the zone, but only as far as the red line. Dylan Ford settles it down. Only one fresh leg coming on for San Diego State. Stathopoulos dances through traffic, almost gets taken down by Abinoar. And now here Demaray. Demaray gets tied up, and the puck taken away by Stathopoulos. Off the wall, Stathopoulos is there. Plays it through the skates, gets to Carollo in neutral ice, and Joey Carollo now hounded by Kim. Now here's Rand, soccers it along in the slot. Puck gets directed into the corner. Rand with it again. Here's Kuntz. Kuntz drops it off. There's Gallant. Back down low, Brodziak. Brodziak looking from below the goal line now. Centering try. Mensch shoots one. And he scores. 4 goals for Heath Mensch tonight. And about maybe 5 people in this building recognize that he scored.
A little bit late on the buzzer there, and it doesn't help that Heath Mensch just kind of skated back to the faceoff like it was no big deal. I mean, it's his 4th of the game, and as you said, dominating offensive zone pressure from the skating Rebels there, just relentless on the San Diego State defensive side. And, you know, Nick Heinzel, he saw a lot of shots there, but Heath Mensch converts for his 4th.
So UNLV leads 10-1. Here's Bradley Gallant, swung over to Mensch. He shoots another one, block save. Mensch looking for his 5th of the game. Now here's Brodziak, swept to the net. Brodziak gets again, backhand try, blocked in front. And played out of the zone. Dylan Kuntz gives chase.
Well, this has certainly not been the second period that San Diego State has envisioned. Going in with a 6-1 deficit, and now it's been widened to 10-1, and they've only got 3 shots on net, with UNLV just being relentless on the offensive zone, letting no breathing room for San Diego State through the play blown dead. And that'll bring us to our second media timeout, I believe. Maybe?
The ice crew takes the ice in a bit of a untimely appearance of these graphics here. Taking a look at some goaltenders, both of them on the bench. Doug Wakeland, 7-0 on the year, just returning from Torino, Italy in the World University Games. Liam D just got chased, 2-10-0 on the year, 5.48 goals against average, 8.90 save percentage. Wakeland 1.12 goals against average. 9.55 save percentage for the UCO transfer. Once again, starting at it, Luke Fundater. Talked about him at length in the open. San Diego State only has 3 shots on goal this period. UNLV with 11. Turning back the clock very quickly. Thursday, December 8th, the first time these two teams faced each other here at City National Arena. San Diego State losing that game 16-0 to UNLV.
Would be my first game on play-by-play. Is that game.
And lots of different goal scorers in that one as well. That was a part of a 3-day showcase UNLV hosted. Played San Diego State, Canisius College the next day, and then Oregon. UNLV winning all 3 of those games handily to round out the fall semester.
Misspoke there. My first game on play-by-play was last year when San Diego State came into town.
The midnight game last fall. And looking at the stats from that game, 13 different goal scorers at first glance, AJ.
That's sharing the rock.
Yeah, very much so.
In a game like that, when you win 16-0, you kind of want to get everyone involved, and kind of did for the most part.
There's a handful of players still left from that team on this roster that lost 16-0 about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Luke Desmarais was on that team. Marcus Kim, the now captain of San Diego State. Gavin O'Brien took the ice that game as well. Lucas Beelig did. All those guys saw the ice in St. National Arena for that loss. They're back out and still on the team to this day. And San Diego State ices the puck once more. Under 8.5 to go now.
Well, the vibes cannot be lower on the San Diego State bench compared to when they equalized this game on the Grigoropoulos goal. They were loud and ferocious, maybe. But now, nothing but silence coming from the bench as UNLV has poured 10 on them to start this game.
UNLV just so much speed. Here's Williams, dances to the slot, forehand, backhand, he scores. Parker Williams with a dandy. 11-1.
I believe that's the 7th goal scorer now for the Skating Rebels. Heath Mensch eating up a lot of the goals with 4, but we get everyone involved. Parker Williams and SDSU coach just putting his hands up and shrugging. Like, what can you do there?
Not very much. Can't really do much there. Let's take a look back at last year's series between these two teams. UNLV winning the first game 6-1, and then the midnight game 8-1. So San Diego State in the last 3 seasons of playing UNLV, 5 games total, 6 including this one. They've scored 3 goals against the Skating Rebels. UNLV, some quick math. As the centering try, Gallant shoots one and goes end over end almost. They score. 12-1. Not entirely sure who scored that goal. Looks like Heath Mensch is leading the way to the bench.
I feel like that had to have been Gallant, right?
Possibly, it just trickled. So 12-1.
Well, this is why UNLV is the number 2 team in the country. You know, they've got incredible pace and speed that they can play with, and when they play an opponent like SDSU, you expect them to pour it on, and that's exactly what they're doing. SDSU reeling for an answer, though.
They're starting to pick up the physicality. That could be an answer for the Aztecs. Plays blown dead. The faceoff's going to come just outside the San Diego State defensive zone.
And in a game like this where you're already down 12-1 in the second period, the time is really going to start playing a factor on the bench. You know, you're really going to start feeling that 1:30 a.m. versus on the UNLV side. You're probably feeling it, but in a different way.
And to think UNLV is going to be getting back in the community tomorrow morning. They're going to be at Eileen Connors Elementary School. It's going to be Eileen Connors night at City National Arena. They're going to be getting out with a PE class, and they score. Luke Demaray of a bit of a broken play. That's Demaray's 5th of the year. It's 12-2 now.
Well, we mentioned him in the pregame. Demaray is a guy they like to have back on this team, missing a whole lot of games due to injury, and November 2nd was his last time out on the ice, getting on the scoring board, the score sheet, and providing a little bit of an answer for this SDSU team and a little bit of life.
And Beelig with a shot, or Demaray, excuse me, looking for a second now. Fundator finds and holds for a whistle, so .126 a.m. Let's take a look at the chat. Marty Wakeland watching tonight's action from an airport in Germany on his way back to the United States. So once again, Marty, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're glad that you had a good time in Italy, too.
Anytime you get to travel abroad and you get to see your son play, represent the United States is always a good time.
Tristan Rand got taken down at the blue line by Bielig. And Heath Mensch credited with that 12th goal of the game. So Mensch tonight, monster showing. Mensch with 5 goals. A natural hat trick if you want to count it in the second period.
Looking for the sock trick. 6 goals.
Is only one away. And now here come the Aztecs. It's Faraz, center and try. Cam in tight, shooting one into the chest of Fundator. And that was the best San Diego State's looked all night on that rush.
Absolutely. Actually got a clean shot off, made Fundator make a save and freeze the puck, and they'll have a offensive zone face-off, and we'll see if they can kind of capitalize a little bit on that goal earlier, the Luke Demaray goal.
See if they can pile on some momentum. There's Carollo, now Ford for Mensch. Now Brodziak over the red line. Moving in, shooting one, blocked in front by Hennigan. And Fundator comes out to play this puck. Demaray knocks that clearing attempt down by Carollo, and he'll gain the zone himself. Spins it on, directed to the high glass by Fundator. And a shot goes off the knob of Fundator's stick. That was Brandon Grant. Now here's Demaray with it. Demaray up top. Blocked by Gallant. Sean Yo trying to get a shot on goal. Gallant centering pass gets directed aside. Played back down low. Centering try again. That was Carollo whacking at it. Loose puck sent out of the zone and settled down by Carollo. Or Wyatt, excuse me. And the puck whacked out of the zone again. Nagra stops it up with a skate. Off the wall for Band. Now Band moving in. Shooting one over the net into the high glass. And the netting. 3:29 to go. And only the second period.
Only the second period. And I'll ask you again. You know, going into the first period, the message would have been clean it up in the neutral zone. But what do you say now if you're Dean Wilson and in the San Diego State locker room after a 12-2 showing in the second period?
Try something. Treat it kind of as a scrimmage at that point. I mean, the game's pretty lost, so you can use it as a growing experience. Can take what UNLV is doing and try that yourself, or just even use it to get better. Try to do different things. Try different plays, different setups, different structures, different rushes. As Del Monte takes a spill over the linesman. And it's essentially playing for pride. And iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. You don't get better by playing teams below your skill level or anything of the sorts. You get better by playing teams that are better than you. And learning things and learning the speed and adjusting and recognizing So play for pride from Dean Wilson. Play for pride and just treat it like a scrimmage. And honestly, try and eliminate things, because this kind of thing, it depends on the player, but it can affect them in a way where, like, oh, we just lost 12-2, or whatever the final score may be, kind of hang your head a little bit. But in cases like that, you got to remember, too, this puck goes into the San Diego State bench. It is the number 2 ranked team in the country. You're unranked, below the 50 mark, 57 in the nation. Still a fairly new program. A lot of these guys didn't have extended juniors times. There's NCAA D1 transfers, D3 transfers. Players who played in very skilled junior hockey leagues. So there's no shame at all.
Well, not only is it the number 2 team in the country, but this is a team that just a month ago took down Denver in Denver. So
it's a bit of a David versus Goliath matchup. And be happy that you scored twice even. It's better than what they've done all time. They got shut out in their first meeting here at City National Arena. They scored 1 a pop last season.
doubled their total goal scoring against UNLV in one game.
Exactly. They doubled their best. These two teams will meet again in February on the 14th and the 15th. Skating Rebels will travel to San Diego at the Kroc Ice Center, home of the San Diego Saints youth hockey team as well. As we're in the final minute of play in the second period. Now here's Rand on the left wing. Rand shoots one off the blocker of Heinzel. Damonte swings it down low. Rand picks it up. He'll look from the corner. That's Strong. Now Damonte pitches it down low for Sathopoulos. Centering pass. Strong has it roll off of his stick. And now Sathopoulos with it. Sathopoulos on the right wing. Moves in. Drives the net. Takes it around the wall. And now down low. Brodziak spins to the slot. Loose puck. Put back on. Net save made. Heinzel. And that'll do it. 40 minutes down. UNLV 40 shots on goal. 7
San
straight
Diego
goals
State
fueling
13.
UNLV's UNLV 12-2.
8 different goal scorers for UNLV, 5 of which coming from the stick of Heath Mensch, 3 in that period. But we still got a whole nother period. It's the number 2 team in the country. Got a whole nother period. Grab a cup of coffee, grab an energy drink.
A snack.
A snack, you know, maybe a power nap, little 15-minute power nap. And don't go anywhere because we got more UNLV hockey coming right up.
12-2 after 2 periods, and the fans are having fun, and UNLV's having fun. Lit up throughout that second period. Keys to the game for San Diego State: don't get discouraged. Take the good things that come out of this game and the momentum and bring that into the second game. And then for UNLV, they're firing on all cylinders. Nothing you could really say. They're doing a really good job all around. Now let's send it over to Zoe Salas.
I'm here with Dylan Kuntz. Now, Dylan, you just came back from a trip from Italy, and you got here like at 7 p.m. How was that? How are you doing?
A little tired, yeah, but a couple energy drinks and I'm good to go right now. So, yep.
The score right now is 12-2. How are you feeling? How are you wanting to close out the next period?
Just simplify. Just don't do too much right now. Just simplify our game. Play a complete 20 minutes and we'll finish the job.
Yeah. Is this game what you were expecting? I mean, the energy is crazy. The score is up. Like, was this what you were expecting?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it's Greek night and I got all the fans out there all rowdy and all that. We knew it was going to be all fired up for this game. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dylan.
Thank you.
Dom and AJ, let's back to you.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Kyle. And to the viewer, if you're still sticking around, thanks for sticking with us for as long as you did through 40 minutes. UNLV averaging about a shot per minute, 40 shots on goal. Still 2 for 2 on the power play. For UNLV, just keep it up. San Diego State, just don't get discouraged. Like we talked about at the tail end of the period, just keep on playing, keep skating, keep shooting the puck. Move on to tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's 1:50 a.m. now here at City National, and I'm not tired yet. We got a whole nother third period of action to go. UNLV really sharing the rock around. I believe it was 8 different goal scorers and 5 goals. 5 of the 12 goals scored by Heath Mensch. He's having a career game at the ACHA level, if you will. We'll see if he has one more in him to make it 6 for the sock trip, but we'll see what SDSU can come out with. We know Dean Wilson had some choice words for his team on the bench that second period.
And it's rather unfortunate. San Diego State, we're waiting for them to come out of their dressing room.
Sure, they're going over nothing but nice things that happened in that second period.
Yeah, and there they are. The Aztecs coming out to the ice now. A lot of the crowd is piled out here at City National Arena. As we mentioned, Skate Rebels taking the ice at 1:50 a.m. for Midnight Madness. One final period remains. Briefly going over the scoring summary. Bradley Gallant opened the scoring a minute 26 into the game. Nick Grigoropoulos responded back about 2 minutes later to tie the game up at 1, and then from there was all UNLV. Cole Wyatt from Dylan Jensen and Oliver Band. Caleb Strong from Heath Mensch and Tristan Rand on the power play. Tristan Rand from Caleb Strong and Jackson Wyatt on the power play. Heath Mensch from Gallant and Bo Kennedy. Heath Mensch again from Bradley Gallant and Preston Brodziak. And then in the second, Cole Wyatt and Oliver Band and Dylan Jensen. Justice Sithopoulos is first of the year from Caleb Strong. Heath Mensch from Preston Brodziak and Bradley Gallant. Heath Mensch from Preston Brodziak again. Parker Williams from Jackson Wyatt and Dylan Kuntz. Heath Mensch again from Bradley Gallant. And Luke Demaray is the last goal scorer in the game, scoring San Diego State's second. Here's Evan West moving in on the backhand. Couldn't tuck it, 5-hole on Heinzel.
And we'll see if the physicality picks up at all in this third period. We got a whole nother game tomorrow to look into. SDSU might try and pick up physicality, down 10 goals in the third period to try and make a statement going into Friday night's matchup.
Friday night's matchup, 7:30, the normal puck drop time. For all home games here at City National Arena this season. UNLV only 1 loss in regulation. Here's Tristan Rand moving in. Centering try. Couldn't get to the stick of Sophopoulos. And now Del Monte. Can't pitch it down low. That's Devaney. Now Del Monte with it again. Chips it off the wall. Couldn't get to Strong and sent back into the zone. Once again tomorrow night, Eileen Connors Elementary School night at City National Arena. This team will be at the school in the morning to interact with some of the kids like they did last season. The Eileen Connors Elementary Choir will be singing the national anthem. And the school's principal will be doing the ceremonial puck drop as well. Once again, that puck drop coming at 7:30 p.m. Can't make it out. The game will be broadcasted here on the UNLV Hockey YouTube channel. And we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule when we hit the media timeout at about the halfway mark of the period. UNLV will be on the road for the entire month of February, starting next week at the end of January. Dylan Ford driving the slot, putting one on, loose puck. Jensen settles it down behind the net. Out top, Carollo sends one on into the chest of Heinzel, who holds for a whistle. But it's going to be a tough month of February coming up. UNLV on the road for the entire month. And this is the final set of home games for quite some time. UNLV will be rounding out the year before they head to nationals against Arizona State, March 7th and 8th. Bradley Gallant settles it down from his knees, puts one on, rebound, loose out in front, and Heinzel makes a save as Heath Mensch nearly getting his 6th of the night.
Well, he's trying for it.
He's really trying to get it. Marcus Kim and Preston Brodziak dig in. Kim wins that face-off. Puck's chipped in by Gallant. Steered around the wall off the skate of Mason Brown. Centering try off the blade of Brodziak and diving out to poke it away. It was Heinzel. On the tape, Brodziak from the right wing. Centering try. Touched on Gallant. Sweeps it across and it gets cut off by Hennigan. Played down the ice. Now Del Monte across the red line, gains the zone, takes it down low to the goal line. That's all captain. Out front, shoots one, misses it wide. Del Monte looking to get in on the scoring fun. Evan West plays it off the wall. Jensen finds the loose puck, or that was West finding his own loose puck, and he gets bumped to the ice, and now here's Williams. Williams shoots off the shin pad of Hennigan. Ended up sprawling out and diving. And Hennigan blocks it up high in the air, whacked back on. Net, the puck stays out. That was Sean Kerriman putting the second chance right back towards the crease. And we'll play on. And another shot from Williams off the side of the cage, wrapped on off the pads. Kerriman turns and burns one, and he scores. The 9th different goal scorer tonight, Sean Kerriman. 13-2.
Well, there's a second touchdown, and you can see the frustration from Sean Yo. That was a tricky bouncer off the stick of Kerriman. Took 3 or 4 tricky bounces before
kind of slowly rolled into the net. I believe it was Sean Yo who slid into Connor Hennigan, and Hennigan took a spill after Yo slid in to his D partner. As Heinzel was sprawled out in the blue paint trying to get his trapper onto the Loose puck. Bo Kennedy doing battle with a pair of Aztecs in the corner. As Fundator makes another save and holds for a whistle. 14:41 remains, and UNLV 48 shots on goal. Very possible that they're going to average over a shot per minute in this game.
How often do you see that?
Not very often. It's happened a few times, but I don't think I've seen a one-sided game like this in quite some time. As that rush is blown off sides. Puck sent in by Dylan Kutz, who spoke to him at the intermission. Gets spun out of the zone by Colby Hennessy. Now Oliver Band. Kutz now over the red line. He's going to take it himself. He gains the zone, moves in, shoots one off the glove. Kutz down low. He gets met by Faraz. Now Cole Wyatt. To Jackson Wyatt. He stops up. And plays it down low. There's Bielik for Kim, who sends it in. And here come the Rebels the other way. There's Dalmonte. Touched on for Gallant. Gallant looking from the half wall. Pulls up at the hash mark. And sent in by Dalmonte. Stopped up by Brodziak. Brodziak tried to feed it out in front. Gets tipped up and gloved down by Demaray. And he'll give chase to a loose puck and pick it up and gain the zone. Demaray dips the shoulder and gets cut off by Dalmonte trying to drive the net. And now here's Preston Brodziak moving in, dips a shoulder, centering try. Couldn't get to the stick of Gallant. Now here's Sean Devaney on the right wing, chips it in, gets around Nagra, goes off the end wall and underneath the mitt of Luke Fundator.
Well, taking a look ahead for Sunday, championship weekend in the NFL. Got Bills, Chiefs. You know, we have our resident Buffalo fan, Kyle Sparrow.
Pretty hyped up.
And Commanders, Eagles. Should be an interesting matchup from the NFC side and one we're used to in the AFC side.
It's becoming a classic rivalry between Buffalo and Kansas City. It's been building over the last few years. Buffalo and Kansas City for quite some time under the crushing rule, if you want to call that, of the New England Patriots. As here's Sean Karaman, moves in, pulls up, spin a ram on the backhand. His shot gets blocked. And Carollo shoots through traffic, tipped wide of the net. Parker Williams takes a spill, Ford moves in, shoots, tipped wide. Got blocked in front by Gavin O'Brien, and he's a bit hobbled going back to the bench.
Sean Karaman trying to get nice with it there. You know, now's the time when you're up 13-2 to pull out all the dekes you've been working on in your off time.
And just work on the hands a little bit. It's chipped off the wall, and now here's Caleb Strong on the left wing for UNLV. Feeds it to the center. Now here's Stathopoulos. Strong locks horns in front of the net with Sean Yo. Puck goes off the high glass. Fed out in front, steered away. Dylan Kuntz now at the half wall. Takes it down low. Kuntz out in front off the pad of Heinzel. And now here's Stathopoulos. Gains his own. Deeks moves in, shooting one off the shoulder of Heinzel. And speaking of pulling out the moves, and Caleb Strong gets the feet jammed out from under him by Sean Yo, and he's going to be directed to the penalty box.
Well, that would have been a nasty goal by Stathopoulos had it found the back of the net. All kind of dazzling moves here for the fans still in the building.
And I spoke to Stathopoulos at the intermission, and he told me basically exactly what you said, AJ. He said, well, I'm just trying dangles at this point. I don't have good hands, but might as well just try something. And for his claim that he doesn't have good hands, it sure as heck looked like he did have some pretty good hands on that play there. So now it's going to be Niagara on the power play. UNLV looking to go 3 for 3 on the man advantage. Here's Brodziak. Couldn't laser that pass to the stick of Bradley Gallant out front. Now Niagara up top, sweeps it over. Del Monte, drop for Brodziak. Return pass Del Monte in the corner. Fed for Wyatt. Up top Niagara, he skates the line. Down low Wyatt. Wyatt looking. Del Monte shoots one, he scores.
Two for two on the extra point, we'll call it. And what a turnaround for this UNLV power play unit from last weekend in Missouri State, going 0 for 5 tonight. Make it 3 for 3.
And 3 different power play goal scorers as well. So UNLV now leads 14-2. Here's Oliver Band from Bo Kennedy. Kennedy moves in, shoots his shots directed up to the high glass, and now Band with it again. Pitches it down low. Jensen knifes it on. Ford sends it back in. Down low, Band ties his man up. And Grigoropoulos swung over for Brown, who sends it into the corner. So Cole Wyatt's credited with that goal, the 14th of the game, and that's a hat trick.
I need to watch that one again.
Del Monte, Niagara. That's the assist. There's Parker Williams tied up, spins around, finds it, it's hit high and hard. And that's not something that you want to do. Gavin O'Brien, a veteran of this team, goes high on a defenseless Parker Williams, and he's up no worse for wear. And Gavin O'Brien's looking like, what did I do? But I feel like that's pretty obvious what he did. So he's going to be posted 2 minutes. UNLV now with a chance to go 4 for 4 on the power play.
The last one, pretty confusing. I thought Matias had it, but he's credited with the second assist.
Yeah, it's Cole Wyatt almost tripling his goal total on the season in this game. So UNLV back on the power play. Parker Williams, who got cleaned out by Gavin O'Brien with a high and dangerous hit. And Kerriman's shot gets tipped up into the netting for a stoppage of play. And that was something talked about amongst the players near the locker room in the intermission is if they would, at San Diego State would start taking liberties or not. Boarding's a call on O'Brien, and you can call that a liberty taken by San Diego State. Here's Karaman from the dot, moves in, feeds it to the slot off the stick of Evan West. And out to the stick of Dylan Koontz on the half wall. Now Jackson Wyatt off a feed from Koontz. Right back to him. Here's Koontz moving on in, spins it up top. Karaman, he puts a move on. And he gets that puck knocked off his stick by Faraz. And Koontz recovers in neutral ice and he'll take it himself. Here's Dylan Koontz, dips the shoulder down below the goal line now. Koontz with it. Off the wall for Stathopoulos. Stathopoulos walks on in. Now here's Strong. Strong gets that one picked off of the stick. Glove down at the blue line by Jackson Wyatt. He kept his own. San Diego State clears. Here's Stathopoulos once again, shooting one into the shin pads of Bielig. He'll chop it on up to the point. Dalmonte gloves it down and sends it rink wide. Faraz fails to clear. Strong directs one on, and a fluttering puck finds its way into the trapper of Heinzel for a whistle. 28 seconds remain on the power play for the Skating Rebels. And not the best man advantage look for UNLV, but with 7:08 to go, you can imagine maybe they're trying to just conserve as much energy as possible. Now here's Strong with about 20 to go. Dalmonte back to Strong and hops off of his stick. And now Nagra. Dalmonte. Strong touched on, ran to the slot, shoots one, blocked in front. Now final seconds wind down. Dalmonte centering try, kicked way up in the air, and that's San Diego State's first successful kill of the night. 1 for 4 on the PK.
And it's the unit that has struggled all year, and UNLV definitely took advantage of it tonight. But San Diego State able to get the 1 kill at the end, you know, something positive to look back on after tonight.
And Stathopoulos tries to move his way in, tie it up. Mensch looking for it, loose puck, and everyone skates. Marcus Kim trying to play it on, glove down Brodziak. He moves in on the backhand, gets picked up by Mensch. Mensch spins away from pressure. Down low, Brodziak. Brodziak off the back of the net, centering try. Mensch rolls off his stick. Gallant with a second try, directed up high. Now Brodziak, centering try. Gallant catches it on the backhand. Gallant using a wooden stick now. Ford directs it to the net, and it gets put up out of play. And Bradley Gallant, an interesting story about the stick that he's using right now. He's using an old wooden Christian hockey stick. It's 2 pieces. And Bradley Gallant had it at Media Day. And it costed him $75. Dylan Ford glancing over at the broadcast and having a chuckle as well. So all seriousness has left Bradley Gallant as he's using a 2-piece wooden stick in this game that he got for $75 last summer.
Well, now's as good a time of any to break it out, I guess.
Gallant has done this before. He did it a couple of years ago against Grand Canyon University in the final weekend of the season, where he used a wood Sherwood stick. I believe he got for cheaper. So here's Cole Wyatt moving in off the stick, and Heinzel will hold for a whistle. And Dylan Jensen drawing the ire of a few players. It's Connor Hennigan having a laugh. Dylan Jensen's barking back at him across the face-off circle. Demaray wins the draw against Band, and Hennigan sends it out. Fundator comes out to play the puck. Now Hennigan up top. Turns the puck over to Cole White at his own blue line. Hits Band on the tape. Band to the center. Jensen shoots, and it gets tipped up into the netting. 4:28 to go. San Diego State chips it out. It's recovered by Kuntz. Now Karaman. Puck is sent in by the Aztecs. Karaman can't chip that one out of the zone on the backhand. Now here comes UNLV. That's Kuntz on the backhand for Williams, who lays a bit of a reverse hit attempt on Colby Hennessy, trying to take away his angle. And Williams tips that one in to prevent the icing. Now Niagara nearing the final 3 minutes. Head man the rush, and now here's Strong on the tape, moves in, puts one on. Big save made by Heinzel on his backside. Now Strong plays it down low. Conrad under pressure. Now Strong picks it off, shoots one over the top of the net. Caleb Strong takes a hard cross check from Cameron Faraz, who's a little displeased with being rode into the boards, and Caleb Strong chilling on a knee. He'll skate away. Tristan Rand showed his displeasure to the captain of San Diego State, Marcus Kim. Kim kind of looked over and shrugged at him, so 2:44 to go. Faraz going for a cross check in UNLV on their 5th power play attempt of the game. Already scoring 3 times. Carollo to Kennedy. Bo Kennedy now down low to Evan West. West to Karaman. Carollo. Karaman from the dot. Centering try. West couldn't play it from a knee. Recovered by Bo Kennedy. Now here's Carollo to Kennedy. Now Karaman. Carollo now. Back up top, Kennedy. Karaman, one-time drive off the crossbar. Now Karaman with it again. Lines it up at the top of the zone. Karaman feeds it to the slot, and West from an E still couldn't get there, and it goes out of the zone. Recovered by Bo Kennedy in neutral ice with a minute to go. Now Kennedy's going to take it himself. Bo Kennedy moves in, deeks, and can't poke it on. Bo Kennedy trying to get in on it as well. Showed off the hands a little bit. Puck a bit too fast for Kennedy.
Just got away from him a little bit there, trying to get in on the scoring action, if you will, against SDSU on the power play. But now's the time to show off the hands if you got them.
And that would be talked about if Bo Kennedy was able to score there in the final minute of this power play. Desmarais driving the net, another save made by Fundator. Desmarais, chance shorthanded. Now here's Brodziak, feeds it to Gallant, tips it on, he scores. Wood, stick, and all. Bradley Gallant, power play goal. And he just gets on the bench.
Well, I can't believe he scored with that one, honestly. Another power play goal for UNLV. As soon as he scored, sticks up in the air. And now 15 goals for UNLV tonight with just about a minute remaining in the final frame.
Now tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., these two teams go back at it as we hit the final minute of play. As Jensen chips it into the bench, heads up on the coaches.
Well, tomorrow night we'll see, SDSU fully recovered from the travel day and the midnight game. We'll probably see a fresher version of the team than we saw tonight, and probably a little bit more of a physical game, considering the score tonight as well. But a complete domination from UNLV on every single aspect of the game tonight.
Now Jensen in front, he scores.
Well, that'll make it one shot per minute tonight for the Skating
In the
Rebels.
final minute.
That'll be their 60th shot.
16 goals.
Almost matching SDSU's shot count and goals.
And under 20 seconds remain. Jensen looking. Now Wyatt, Deeks drives the net, poked away off the stick of Petrus. Now final 5 seconds, and Bo Kennedy is essentially going to dribble this thing out. And that'll do it at 2:21 a.m. Your final score is 16-2 in favor of the UNLV Skating Rebels.
Well, it's been a journey tonight, starting at midnight. Right around 12:10 a.m., I believe, is when the puck drop happened. And here we are 2 hours later, wrapping up. So we appreciate you taking the ride with us through 16 goals scored by UNLV on 60 shots, 4 for 5 on the power play. Impressive unit all around tonight. Luke Fundator getting his first start since the Oregon game of
February
last season.
2024.
Allowing just 2 goals on 17 shots. But we'll be doing it all again tomorrow night.
7:30 puck drop right back here on the UNLV Hockey YouTube channel. Eileen Connors Elementary night. Their choir singing the national anthem. Principal doing the ceremonial puck drop. These two teams doing battle in the same place. A better time, 7:30. On behalf of myself, Dominic Lavoie, AJ Reed, Kyle Sparrow, Zoe Salas, Rolando Guerrero, Gene Gomez, Kyle Kimsey, and everyone at the UNLV Hockey broadcast crew, we thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all tomorrow night.